Right. Coming at you live, February 20th, 2024, Watertown, South Dakota. We're at the Crenlo manufacturing plant where they just do the best cabs engineered in the United States of America. Safety, 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 safety. They put so much shit on these cabs, it's not even funny. Oh, wait, before I get started, who's this handsome guy? Gotta do that every time. Alright, life's good. Actually, it's not. This job absolutely sucks. But that's okay. Could be worse. Looks like gonna be sending me to Fargo, North Dakota, doing some Case New Holland. Come next week, 25th. I'll find out for sure tomorrow. What I'm working on right now are sub weldments for the ADT, which is an articulated dump truck, John Deere. A lot of when they say sub welds, means it's not a weld that's underneath. It's kind of it's a smaller part that goes to a bigger part. So where I'm at right now, these are all kit carts. Parts come here. These are all of our tubes, our bars. Our tube gets milled. Another company somewhere, they outsource it. Probably charge them an arm and a leg. So all of our parts come in on these carts right here. As you can see, JD ADT 112. That's a cart number, kit number. So this is what I'm building right here. I'm building these two side frames. I do these. I use the fixtures. A lot of small welds. A lot of meticulously placed parts that, time consuming. So I do four sets of sides a night, which keeps me busy from the time I get here to the time I leave. Now I say night, but this is actually only my second night working second shift. I've been working days for the last 6 weeks. I only have 2 more shifts left and then I am fucking done. Thank the Lord. I've never had a more labor intensive job than what I've had right here. There's my little baby right here, Milwaukee. Tell you what, if I met a girl with the last name Milwaukee, I'd probably ask her to marry me on the spot. So anyways, they got some old outdated machines, shit equipment, shit fixtures, inconsistent parts, unreasonable rates. I couldn't be more upset walking into a job than what I have coming in here. So anyways, what I'm gonna do is kind of walk you through what I'm doing right now. So when I say sub welds, I'm welding these little bad boys right here, 1-inch thick mount plates, bent channel, top plate, a lot of stitch welding. To the mount plate, we're looking at 8mm welds, so a little more than 1/4 of an inch, maybe 5/16, 3/8, just under. That part goes down here at the very bottom. Like I said, that's just a part that goes inside the fixture, and I put a bunch of other shit on top of it, weld it all together. But without these welded and these fixtures over here, that just wouldn't be possible. So 2 pins, like so. Drop those bad boys in. Can only go one way. Luckily, I've done this enough to where I'm not flipping that 5-pound plate around a million times. So what I do here is I do plug welds inside these seams. I give it a good thumping with the influencer, aka hammer. So I'll do 2 plug welds there. I got some, I work off 2 different carts. So this is our other cart. This is some 5/16 bent plate. I just call it channel because that's what the heck it is. Everything's a struggle here. This building is so outdated, so disgusting, so filthy dirty. Air quality sucks. Freaking North Dakota. Whatever. But it's not freezing like it has been. The temperature outside is a mild 34 degrees right now. Beautiful sunset. So I do a little shaving on that tab there, and I'll show you why. So I do that. So this plate, her, can set on her. You can see how everything's slotted out down there. So it's like putting a puzzle together. So you just slide those tabs right inside there. That drops down. and I'm not sure if you can see it with this camera, but there's slots, 3/4 inch, I'd say maybe, I wouldn't even say 3/4, I'd say 1/2 inch slots. There's about a dozen of them going down the length of this plate. Same thing on the face going down. So it's just like an outside fillet weld, an edge joint. Those are fillet welds back there. Then once I'm done welding this bad boy up and get these plug welds in, I drop this channel onto this plate, clamp it down. I weld some more pieces on, and abracadabra homes. Abra effing cadabra. So, without further delay, because I'm already late for my break, this is what we do. So, obviously, when putting parts together, your first job is going to be putting some good solid tacks up and down this bad boy. So as you weld it, your piece isn't going all over the place, and you're able to disperse your heat in a manner to which the part is going to remain within tolerance as it goes down the line, because other shit goes on it. So what I do is I start on one end like you always do when you tack. Never start in the middle. That's just amateur shit. So I just kind of work my way down, just stitch my welds. Yeah, maybe about every foot or so. It doesn't have to be seated 100%, so I'm not using a clamp. As long as there's no big gap, I'm good. So there, and there. So what I do, you ought to see these these settings on this machine. For any local yokel shop welder, this is what I burn on this shit. So 51 volts with a wire speed of 665. That's 665 amps. So we're just going to come back over here, which is just an absolute overkill, but you can get away with that with pulse MIG welding. I'll explain pulse MIG as I'm plug welding these little bad boys. So pulse MIG is unlike spray, globular, or short circuit. Maybe I'll weld this, then I'll explain it. Plug weld. You got a plug weld, you also have slot welds. Slot welds are, well, they're slot, meaning they're more oblong than they are circular. If it's circular, it's going to be plugged. So I do this in one pass. These are important because they also get covered up, meaning if you miss those, you have to come back and pull all your goddamn welds off. What the fuck? Alright. Little tricks. So obviously, instead of trying to fight this at just at a straight at 90, I put this at a 45. I lean it back. It's easier to see, easier to weld, and I drop my heat down just a little bit. I'm able to do that through a trigger control. Programs on these wire feeds allow you to preset your heat, meaning I can click on, like what's her name in Wizard of Oz? She clicked her little shoes and bam, she was in some other place. Now granted, I don't have that that luxury or that option. Trust me, if I would, I'd be clicking my goddamn heels right now. But for the sake of explaining this, so if I want to change my heat, instead of going back to the machine and adjusting my heat from one pass to the next or from one part to the next, I have everything set up on a trigger control. So if I click my trigger twice, just like Dorothy did in the Wizard of Oz, she went to a certain place. Well, the machine goes to a certain program and goes to a preset. So right now I'm running probably about 500 amps, 500 inches per second, 500 inches per minute, I'm and my volts are probably about 50 volts, give or take. So the as you can see, I'm on 3, so I'm at 51 and 550, which ain't much freaking difference from 52 and 650. But so what I do here, I got this real simple. It's an inside corner edge. I do this with a quick whip and pause. So I'm going from this tack down to that tack. Super easy. Just obviously it's hand body position, getting comfortable, pulling the trigger. Like I said, a little whip and pause, just enough to burn your edges out, and then you're whipping it. You pause to let those edges fill in. And by the look of it, you wouldn't imagine it's gonna look like a sound or a weld that's worth of shit. But we're talking to your boy Dougie Fresh. Yeah. So that's what it looks like. So fills in that edge. Then there's tabs going all the way down, probably ½ inch, maybe 3/4. I don't know. I'm not a fucking human tape measure. Although it'd be a lot cooler if I was. Oh man, I haven't taken a video in a long time, so time to put this useless device to use. Every once in a while I get off, I reminisce and I'll watch a video from the past and just laugh my ass off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show this one part just like this. Like I said, getting comfortable, so I'll slide that bad boy down so I got something to rest my hand on for stability, so I'm not all over the place. And like I said, all I'm doing is whipping it and pausing so that edge fills in just like that. So there's no undercut. Because Dougie had some big ass titties. Just like that. So take this, and you can only imagine that the more shit I put on this, the heavier it effing gets. Been working on my cussing, my bad language. Yeah, fucking right. Anyways, so to hit my production rate, I need to do have 4 of these welded a night, along with a plethora, meaning an abundance, of other shit. And then I have to put the damn thing together and weld it. So I'm at the first trimester. Not a bad choice of words for somebody who has never had a kid. So I'm at the inception of this line. The inception meaning it all starts here. This is where the magic happens. So those guys down there, that guy there is doing the floor, the roof. So these things go from one fixture to the next. They all get assembled in a somewhat realistic way that I don't know how they make money. Everything here is so freaking half-ass backwards. But hey, that's what they pay them college grads for. Oh, wait a minute. Dougie, you're a college grad. Psych! No, I'm just kidding, I really am. Anyways, I've been seriously contemplating and doing some reading up on what it would take to get a monkey. I would love to train a monkey to do my job. Me and the monkey would be friends. I pay him in bananas. Monkeys don't pay taxes. Everybody knows how much I hate paying taxes. And it wouldn't be animal abuse, because me and the monkey, we're friends. And if all works well, I'll buy a bunch of monkeys. Venture out on my own. I haven't thought of a good name for the company, but obviously I'd have to incorporate my little monkey friends. But I've had some liability concerns, you know, having a monkey weld. Not so much really having a monkey weld, having monkeys weld. So I watched that movie Planet of the Apes a couple months ago, I kind of did a double take. I don't know if I would want to take advantage of a monkey like that, because what if he got smart? What if he realized what I was doing and it all backfired? He put that banana where the sun don't shine. They don't teach you that in school. Psych! Yeah, they do. All right. So I'm down here 12 hours a night, 12 and a half hours a night. Nobody talks to me. And you know what? That's all right. Because when in doubt, just talk to yourself. You will instantly feel better about being you. See, more heavy shit that goes on there. So, back on my mid-heat setting, spreading out some heat. Got to get some tacks in here before shit starts moving all over the place. Normally 4 tacks would justify. I put in 6. Always run your verticals first, kids. Always run your vertical first. You do not want your part moving around on you, do you? Heck no, you don't. Look at that. La 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 la. Just like that. And come back here, obviously. Oh wow, that's a big ass gap. Mother Mary. That's fine. Whatever. That's what welders do, man. We just fill shit in. Okay, so as you can tell, the sound of that at a much lower heat to where I can fill this monstrosity of a gaping hole. Here. So yeah, 124, 20, 43, 350. Unbelievable. I don't even know how to fucking set the machines around here. If I would dial them in for them, but the next day these stupid idiots would just turn it all back to the worthless settings anyway. So ignorant people everywhere you go. Yep. Nice and slow. Push the puddle. Yep. There we go. Let me just go in. Okay. And that's what she looks like. Douglas. After you've done these about 500 freaking times, you can almost do it with your eyes closed. But, kids, not recommended. Very noisy. I should have earplugs in. Anyways. There we go. Nothing like a Dougie Fresh special. There you go, brother. So that's what it's supposed to look like. And got a little backside welding, bottom side welding. If this part had a butt, that's what I'd be welding right now. There we go. And anywhere else you go, you have a picture where you just press a goddamn button and the thing rolls for you. Ugh. So this thing probably weighs about 75, my guess is probably about 70, 75 pounds. And they want you to pull this thing out 4 times a day and lug this thing around. And don't forget, this thing's glowing red hot. And where's it going to be glowing red hot at? Of course, right where the frick you just got done welding it. Not this guy. Dougie? Yep. So now the welding is complete. Master Kimosabe. So, take my hood off. Whew. It gets hot up in her. Roll it back to the flat. So I'll peel these off. You know what? I don't even do this with my hands anymore. I'll just do it with a hammer. It's easier on my gosh darn elbows and my joints. Not like marijuana joints. Don't worry kids, you'll learn that in school later. So this is my knight in shining armor. It's a 110 overhead, although I gotta pull a freaking 20-foot I-beam around. It's on ungreased rollers. That's fine. I'd rather do that than lift this thing up. So, give an example of like the weight that I'm dealing with. Okay, oops. So, get this thing snagged on there like that. I just use these notches. I'm not dumb. So, imagine the heat that went into those plug welds here. This plate that's mounted in there. There's only one way to get this bad boy off. There it is. Okay. And then from there, they want you to fucking manhandle the thing. Douglas doesn't do that. Maybe 20 years ago, maybe. Even then, I probably would have came up with something smarter than just trying to handle it. So, like right now, my hands so far away from the heat, and it's easy to handle. I got it rigged, not to where it's center of gravity, but it's up to where I don't have to exert much pressure. I can let this thing go. As you can see, it catches on those notches, so it's pretty much easy to handle and release. So one guy, he's got a lot of free time on his hands, which I'm okay with because it makes sense. So staging parts. So what I do, once I get ahead, I start putting these things off to the side. Shit that I can use tomorrow, the next day. Obviously, I can never get that far ahead. It is literally the effing possible. So, boy, I am really proud of myself. I've been catching myself from using bad words, I would say at least 70% of the time, as opposed to just mouthing off with my bad language. So, let's see, I've gotten 3 done. It normally takes me about an hour to do 4, give or take. So those 2 that are leaning up over there, those are for the cabs that I still need to build over here. What I'm setting over there is what I'll use for tomorrow. So the name of the game is give yourself a head start for the next day. If you don't, it's just hard to hit your numbers. So you really have to think on this station, unlike other stations on this line or in the building. So there we go. Drop those bad boys in there. If I can't get that clamp, like I said, I'll grab a dead blow, and I use what they call the influencer. Grab another one there, and pretty boring, but I'll get this thing set up. I go back to my grinder. Now, you boys and girls that are listening home, what am I going to do? Yeah, grind that tab. Why do I have to do that? Because the parts aren't formed right, and this plate here that's getting ready to get set in there doesn't seat down as easy as if it were not grinded. So, am I a sheep? Bah, no. But they're onto something. So you see how that just sits in there? And I'll go back down. I'll re-tack all this. I'll do my 2 plug welds. Do my stitch welds going down this thing. Flip it, set it in this, hit the clamps, finish putting my hardware on, and that's what it looks like down there. So that being said, it is 6:40. I only have 8.5 hours left of this shithole, so I'm gonna sign off. One more time. Who's that handsome guy? Can't believe I blew a kiss to myself. What a goofball.